Lynsey Hall, start clapping, it's not tuning, let's bring on stage, Lynsey Hall!
My name is Lynsey and my research area is statistical genetics. So that's where you use maths to try and figure out how much of people's genes, in like their DNA and not their genes, contribute to like sort of things like height or weight, or also to human diseases as well. So no one is more surprised that I do this job than me, apart from perhaps my maths teacher. I was definitely at school. I don't know if any of you did the UK Maths Challenge. Woo! I expected more enthusiasm. Such a nostalgic awards ceremony from the early noughties. But whilst my peers were sort of attaining golds and silvers, I got a certificate of participation. And when I approached my maths teacher about taking advanced higher maths, he said, maybe quit whilst you're ahead. So needless to say, you know, my bit of advice would be reach for the stars, kids, or just use Google. Use Google a lot, extensively, every day. They'll never know, because they do it too. So I work on an autoimmune liver disease at the moment here at the University of Newcastle, but the stuff I'm going to talk about tonight is actually from my PhD project, as that's still very fresh in my memory, as I only thwomped the tome on the college desk 2 weeks ago. It took me until relentless to get out of the house tonight because I've not recovered yet. So I wasn't sure where in this set to do the song, but I'm actually going to do it just now, because I think before getting into the nitty-gritty of what all went down over the past 4 years, it might be good to give a brief overview of what life in academia is generally like, whether you're a research assistant, PhD, postdoc, or just, you know, anyone in the infrastructure. You'll know it's quite a circular, repetitive world that we live in. So this is actually based on a song by The Cure called Friday I'm in Love, but it's called Friday I Make Graphs. You can see where this is going. That's in tune enough for me. We all know the guitar is a prop. Compared to my niche, I limit myself to 3 chord numbers. So. Monday I've got lab meeting, Tuesday, Wednesday data clean, Thursday I'm thesis writing, and Friday I make graphs. Monday all my jobs have crashed, Tuesday, Wednesday heart attack, Thursday's paper is knocked back, and Friday I just laugh. Saturday sleep, Sunday eat, sleep, clean, repeat. Friday's graphs are all I need. Monday try a different script. Tuesday, Wednesday rerun it. Thursday's data's looking shit, so Friday I make graphs. Monday update my CV. Tuesday, Wednesday, Facebook spree. Thursday, cheeky GMT, and Friday, I make graphs. Saturday, drunk. Sunday, feel like giving up. Friday's graphs are all I've got. Spent 3 years of my life trying to get this stuff right. Working late through the middle of the night. Gained about 20 pounds, forehead's always a frown. Think I need to give up? Yeah, I think I do. I better figure it out. Now my deadline is tight. Such a glorious sight. My models are starting to look a little less shite. So now I really should begin all my thesis writing. But on Friday, still make graphs. Monday I've got lab meeting, Tuesday, Wednesday data clean, Thursday I'm thesis writing, and Friday I make graphs. Now all I'm doing is writing, every day it's always writing, Thursday sometimes editing, and Friday I hand in. I performed that song, it was actually still pre-hand in, and so I really was like, there was emotion in the tiny, my hand in, please. But now it's happening, so but what did I do my PhD project on? Well, I was trying to uncover the genetic basis of depression in the Scottish population, which is where I'm from. Very good population to study depression in, I'll tell you that. And so what I decided to do was like to take all of these questionnaires that were based on sort of personality, mood, cognitive ability, to see if this could be a better way of uncovering the genetics of depression than just grouping people into very sad, otherwise known as cases, and more regular, stoic, Scottish, the existential abyss doesn't bother me after they give up, otherwise known as controls. Part of the problem, though, was that like the genetic component of depression, they thought it was about 40% when I signed up to this project back in 2012. By 2015 it had dropped to 5%, much like my chances of getting published in a half-decent paper. But, so why did I think this project was a good idea? Well, there has been some success of using things like questionnaires to find out about psychiatric diseases before. And one such example of this is where you get groups of people who have a family history of like bipolar or schizophrenia, and you give them this test called the Hailing Sentence Completion Task to see how they fare. And what they found out was that people with a history of mental illness in their family, they don't do so well. Because what you have to do in this task is they remove the last word from a sentence. They say the sentence, leave the blank, and say, fill it in. Now, I would fail this for starters because I would end every sentence with dick. So the cat sat on the dick. It's very important to be on a dick. But what I'm going to do is I've written some of them out. I'm going to do it with you. Let's see who our audience is. Okay, so I'm going to do the Hailing Sentence Completion Task with you. I'm going to give you some sentences. There's a word missing. I'd like people to shout out the first thing that comes into their head, and I shall compare it with the expected answer and answers we've had in the studio. A dog has a good sense of smell. Or, as our schizophrenic counterparts are keenly aware, they also have a fantastic sense of humour. Who knew that? The shopkeeper checks his stock before going home, out, all reasonable. Our survey said the shopkeeper checks his stock before going mental. If I found out at the end of the day I was that low on my petit pois, I don't think I'd be that pleased either. Jeff got sent to bed without any supper. Someone said jam, that's great. Jam, supper, tea. Jeff got sent to bed without any sex. Poor Jeff. Not going to be as sound asleep as he banked on. And other examples included John proposed to Jill, but she turned him on. And nothing beats a nice hot bowl of cornflakes. So did I have any success? Did I have my very own Hailing Sentence Completion task? A little bit, not quite, a little bit, but definitely not quite. And that's fine though, because science is as much about telling people what we don't know as about what we do know. At least that's how I justify my funding. 71,568 words of negative results. How'd you like them apples? But it's okay though, because if in fact I'd found out, the digit symbol coding questionnaire solves depression, and you'd be like, okay, that's cool. You'd be like, yes, and no one shall ever be sad again because we shall make such fantastic antidepressant drugs based on this new knowledge. You're like, yes, okay, 2012, Lynsey, like the crack show, you're not as enthusiastic anymore, like chill, you've seen what results look like. But the point is, it doesn't get over one of the very big problems in medical genetics. And that is because the trajectory of solving a disease kind of goes a bit something like this. Human, rat, human, rat, Splinter from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shredder from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, human, cheeky little rat, human, solved. Because drugs still have to be tested on rats, unfortunately. And you may have noticed the rats in that trajectory there, but there's a little problem. They can't do the hailing sentence completion task. Tried it on them. They just looked at me like. There was one eating its babies in the corner, but that had nothing to do with what I just said. If anyone works in animal housing, this is like a thing that happens. So what do? Well, you can do other things, like there's stuff called cognitive bias. And that's where you have like a nice stimulus and a negative stimulus and an in-betweeny neither here nor there stimulus. And when you get to that one, people who have mental illnesses tend to take that the wrong way. So if I were to come up to you and be like, that's an interesting skirt you've got on there, control you would be like, do I know you? I'd be like, yes, you do. You'd be like, oh, well, thanks, I guess. Whereas depressed you would be like, what are you saying, like you're starting a fight? I'd be like, no, it's an interesting skirt you've got on there. But the thing is, even then, you can't do that to the animals, can you? You can't just go into the animal housing unit, row upon row of rats, and be like, sup, y'all, nice jackets! They just look at you like... So what we had to do was to devise some other things. And this was stuff I did pre-PhD for my lovely rat boss. And speaking of Splinter from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but she devised this ACE contraption where you taught rats that they could have certain rewards based on different grades of sandpaper. So if it was like super rough sandpaper in this tube that they went through, they knew that in that bowl there was a chocolate drop and it was going to be sweet as fuck. And then you'd have the smooth sandpaper and they'd go, this means Cheerio. Cheerio's not as good, but it's better than a kick in the teeth. And then so they just learnt this. You'd like just keep nailing them through the maze until they understood that that meant chocolate, that meant Cheerio. And then you give them an in-betweeny sandpaper and like not put anything in any bowl. And then be like, which bowl do you think it is, mate? Do you think it's chocolate? Do you think it's a Cheerio? And again, they're like... we'd stress them out a little bit, and you generally find that they would think it was the Cheerio if they were more pessimistic, and they think it was the chocolate if they were more optimistic. So they get this intermediate grade one and be like, I think I sense the rough, oh yeah, chocolate. And you'd be like, I think I sense the smooth, oh, it's that Cheerio again. And so like, it's pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff. The thing is, this means this is cognitive bias that we can do in rats. It's not necessary that we can do it in humans, but I've been trying to persuade my friends that have kids that it is necessary that we can do it in humans, but no one's let me their toddler just yet. So, but based on my career to date, I've had rat, human, and human. So I think you'll agree that for my next postdoc, I'll need to go for another rat to even it out. But thank you very much.